Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 53rd edition here, the Issues Room, an alternative social media platform coming your way live Tuesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US and midnight in Liberia. This is our second broadcast here from Monrovia, Liberia, and it's good to be back with you wherever you are all over the world. We welcome you wholeheartedly and we say welcome, welcome, welcome. Whatever your time zone is, whether it's in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, in the night, in the midnight, in the full day of the morning. We say welcome. It's good to be back with you, Volcano Shelton. So much has happened over the last few days since our last broadcast. Let me welcome in Moses Sandy, who is all the way in Delaware, in Newcastle. Welcome. It's good to be back, Moses. We're here again with our 53rd edition, and we're main studio in Monrovia, broadcasting live to the people of Liberia, to the people of the world. Good evening, Moses. Are you there? Can you hear me? Welcome.
Good evening, Volcano, wherever you are in a part of the
Moses, you
world.
got a projector later. You got a
Yes.
projector later.
Do you hear me? Am I audible?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm
Just
saying that,
project.
yeah. Good evening to you. Good evening to our many viewers, wherever you are. We want to welcome you to this broadcast this evening. Once again, it's good to be back in the issues room. Volcano,
And as I
how is
said,
Monrovia?
so much has happened over the last few days, particularly here in Liberia, where I'm currently stationed. And I'm sure on your end, you've been following things. So, what's in trending news? Just before we begin the segment, where we're going to cover, in fact, our bullet here tonight, we want to talk about the gas price here in Monrovia, uh, particularly Monrovia, but all over Liberia. The Commerce Ministry came out with a new price tag for gasoline since there was a low, I would call it superficial shortage of gas on the market within 3 days. Bam, it came out yesterday and catapulted the price unbelievably. And then you have cement, a major commodity, of course, a developing nation where we need to build, we need to improve. We've been backwards for 200 years of our existence. That also was increased. Then the new banknote, they said they printed $4 billion. We can't see the money. I was privileged the other day, I believe it was yesterday, to see
Yeah.
one of the new $100 banknote. Not much of a change from the old one. It's just the color, and I believe the guy was even afraid to hand me the $100 because I
Wow.
saw him in the distance, and I ran just to behold the money. And then more road constructions going on, more. We'll kind of look at some of the ones that are doing good and the ones that's not doing so good. And if time permits us, we're going to talk about the sports park on the old airfield that President Weah embarked on right at the James Prigsby airfield. So let's start this conversation from your end. Trending news. Just again, quickly, we want to remind our viewers and listeners that we have a repeat of this broadcast on ABC FM. That's 105.1, the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation here in Monrovia. Will be usually carrying our broadcast after the broadcast is held live and then repeated the next day. Moses, welcome. If you're there in the chat room, let us know you're here. We want our viewers and listeners. This conversation going to be good. The people of Liberia is hurting since this gas price. Transportation prices have increased enormously, and in fact, there's no specific price tag for transportation. Anybody just call his or her rate, and that's it. Come in, Moses.
Yeah, from my end, the top news of the day is the ongoing situation involving the ANC, the Alternative National Congress of Mr. Alexander Cummings, and the Liberal Party faction headed by Musa Belede. Last week, the LP faction headed by Mr. Belede issued a press release giving the ANC April the 15th as the deadline in meeting some of those expectations spelled out in a quote unquote memorandum entered into in December of 2020. And what we are reading out there is that there was an understanding between both parties that slots, political slots, appointments in government, if Mr. Comey, that was one of the, I assume that was one of the preconditions for the endorsement of Mr. Cummings. So it has been speculated that as part of the arrangement, Mr. Ability, because his faction was given the vice tender bearership position. So if Mr. Cummings has succeeded in becoming standard bearer of the collaborating political parties, Abilities CPP, I mean, Abilities Labor Faction would have been given the opportunity to produce the vice presidential candidate. And the story that is trending out there is that Musa Ability himself is eyeing that position. There are several individuals who are ready opposed to Ability becoming a presidential hopeful, I mean, a vice presidential hopeful, given the excess baggage he has in terms of, public records. Besides that, the Liberal Party also last week nullified the positions of standard bearer headed by Senator Yomble Kanga, the vice president for administration headed by Senator Darius DeLon. And those positions were notified. The executive committee of the Liberal Party faction headed by Mr. Bennett said that both senators and other officials of the party that were suspended failed to meet, the deadline for the payment of arrears due or the party. The Liberal Party constitution provides that when individuals, fails to pay dues as spelled out in the constitution, a 90 days notice is given. The notice was given. The notice has expired. The notice expired on the 5th. So predicated on that, the executive committee of Mr. Bennett's faction of the LP um, remove Senator DeLon from his position, also remove Senator Yombi Kanga, and also remove Mr. Uh, 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 Sando, who was our vice president for press and public affairs and stuff like that. Several other individuals were also removed from their positions because they have not been able to make current their status in the party. Hmm.
So, I'm on the ground. So again, this is not this say as first-hand information, even
Yeah,
though in journalism we don't disclose our sources. But again, I heard that ability is eyeing the presidency. May not
the
be
vice
this term.
presidency, right? The vice
I said
presidency.
the presidency. You talking vice presidency? Yeah, I said the presidency. I said he's
Mhm.
eyeing the presidency, and he
Okay.
believes in the Mandingo votes
Yeah.
from Nimba Lofa. So he might not run this term, but he's looking at the future.
Yeah. For
Following
the
these six
presidency.
years, he might
Okay.
go
Hmm.
to run.
Mm.
But again, Liberia, as I said, she's a beautiful lady, and every guy, tries to make a pass at her, and the lucky one, you know, gets her. So it's not about competencies, it's not about character. The presidency is not about, you know, how much a person brings to the table. It's about the ignorance
Popularity.
of the Liberian people's vote,
Mhm.
the way they see people, and they don't discern, they don't look at a person's holistically from the characterization, the things that they do, the character, the attributes, all of these things, what they bring to the table, and how much are they of a patriot mind to
Mhm.
really love the country and do for the people. They just run around with palm branches and battle cries, and they put these people in power. So that is why every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to be president in Liberia, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is testing the waters. So anyone in Volcano Shelton can come up tomorrow and say, I want to be president. Not that I don't have the competence to be a president, but it is not, my forte. It's not where I want to go. I can do many other things from behind the scene to help push my country forward and be a productive, citizen. But everyone wants to be a president, and that's what happening now. You see the bravery, and I call it bravery because they started testing the water from the representative, and
Hmm.
they wanted to say, "Oh no, you know what? The salary is a little higher than that. Okay, I'm going to go to senator, then to go to junior senator, then to go to senior senator." So everyone is trying to get to the top, and it
I agree.
doesn't matter character, it doesn't matter who they are. The Liberian people, because of the ignorance, again, I said the ignorance in their votes will put some of these people to power, and that is why our country will continue to be in this dilapidated state of mind, dilapidated state of development. I mean, no regards, no respect, and it's
I,
sad.
Volcano is it's a real sad situation. Uh, to even hear the name Musa Belede and the Liberian presidency, this is a man who
Well,
has a very long rap sheet. He has a staying character. So how can this guy even dream about the presidency of Liberia?
again, I
He-
just said
yeah,
Liberians give the people who pillage the economy, the people who keep them in total degradation, the people who
yeah,
punish them,
hmm,
the good things.
yeah. It's
But let's not switch from
yeah.
from
Mhm. Let's move forward.
conversation tonight.
Let's
It
move
was just about
forward our
trending news,
discussion.
and so I
Yeah,
just wanted
hmm,
to throw that
yeah,
in there. But tonight, Moses, since I got on the grounds, probably tomorrow, and it's now midnight here. And just before we progress with our broadcast, we want to recognize that it's a national holiday here in Liberia beginning today because we've crossed over here on in Monrovia. You're
okay,
still 7:13. I'm past midnight. Okay,
okay,
so
yeah,
today is decoration day. Decoration Day, you and I know, is a national holiday and has been celebrated year immemorial to memorialize our dead ones. It's synonymous to what we call Memorial Day in the
Memorial
US.
Day. Yeah, hmm,
So it's every second Wednesday of the month of March. So I'm going to be in bed very late, but in the same token, I have to be up very early because it is that day that we all look forward to go to the
yeah,
cemeteries
yeah, hmm,
across the country and clean the graves of our loved ones, take care of
yeah.
meet families who we have not
Memorializing.
seen,
Hmm.
friends we haven't seen for years. Because I tell you, folks come from all over the world to come, for
Yeah,
Decoration Day. So
hmm,
it's another big
memorialize.
holiday, and
Yeah,
and so I just wanted to throw this out here before we even begin our, so to the Liberian people, the issues room will be throwing, some little jabs at the crowd tomorrow. We'll pick up some footages,
yeah.
from the grave sites, and we'll post to our page and so forth. But I
Okay.
just wanted to let you know that we're celebrating, and then I believe the 15th will be another national holiday, which is Joseph Jenkins Roberts'
Rivals.
birthday.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
When you talk about holiday of Canada, I was almost tempted to ask you what holiday are you talking about? It's been a while now, being away from Liberia, So I really forgot
Yeah,
that
the month of March,
tomorrow. Yeah.
always
Yeah.
carries two holidays, and
Yeah.
it's the Decoration Day and Teacher Robert's
Decoration
birthday.
and yeah.
So we're gonna have two holidays this month.
Yeah.
But Moses, I got here on Wednesday, late Wednesday, I think Wednesday into Thursday, put it that way. And within a few days, I was hinted that the gas was getting short. And I tell you, within the last 4 days, people, it was a stampede at gas stations
Yeah.
all over Monrovia and its environs. And I just gave up. I can't do the line. So the little gas I had, I just parked the car and jumped on the pin, And when
And,
yeah,
and you took that risk.
I was on the pimping, my man. Listen, you got to be brave. I was on the pimping.
That
I,
was
I,
that
I
was
said to
indeed an
myself, I
experience,
am not
Volcano.
going to go get it. I'd rather be on the pimping than to go have a breakdown and then
Yeah,
there's no gas.
yeah.
The people, by the time you come back for the car, it will be stripped.
Wow,
Oh, yeah, you can't leave your car parked in the street. They'll take all the
wow.
tires off, the view mirrors, and everything. So
Ooh,
honestly, I say I'm not going anywhere.
yeah,
So just in a conversation, day before yesterday, somebody hinted me, said, "Oh, wait a minute, all this gas thing, we have a lot of gas in the country." This person is a security person who had gone around to different places and the refinery, and and they knew that gas was
in the
here.
country. Yeah,
And he said, "But this stuff is superficial.
yeah,
Watch, the
yeah. I
government
think
is
so. Yeah.
about to raise the price of gas sooner or later." So somebody hinted me.
Hmm.
I went to this SP gas station just around 10th Street,
Yeah,
and I was there 6:30. I woke up, I just jumped right in the car, went there 6:30, and I was the second person. So when we got there, I parked behind a lady, and then we walked in because they still had barricade, cones and stuff, you know. And then the guy said we'll soon be opening, and then they opened the gas station. When I drove in, he said, "How many gas you want?" I said, "Just fill up the tank." He said, "Oh no, we can't give you all that gas." I said, "No, fill up the tank. I got gas in it." So, but it's just that I'm not sure what's going to happen. So just fill up
yeah,
the tank. And of course, he filled the tank up. At the time now, I bought it for $4.50. It
yeah,
was 4.10 when I bought it 2 days earlier, and then it was $4.50 when I bought it day before.
yeah.
Actually, yesterday,
Okay.
and the day before, because it crossed into midnight now. It's the 8th. So then I said, so 40 cents increase. But by then, Moses, the retailers on the outside, those boys who sell gas, by the way, they were selling a gallon of gas for 1,300 to $1,400.
And if you convert that to US
That
dollars,
is
how much
close
are
to
we talking
15
about?
bucks.
How much?
No, I take it back. That is about $10.
$10.
Because it's the rate is 750. So 750 and 750, that's over 1,500. So that's about 8 to 9, between 8.50,
Okay.
$8 and 50 cents
That's
per
serious
gallon, close to
exploitation,
$9.
man. That's
And, and
exploitation.
and people were buying it. People were buying it because people panic.
Yeah,
You know,
people
there are
need
two
it.
things happening in this country all the time. If you remember, Moses, rice
Hmm.
and gasoline. And this is where the government has always failed its citizens: rice and gasoline. When there's rice shortage, it's amok. When there's gasoline shortage, it's crazy.
Okay.
So it created a superficial shortage so that they will increase the price. Um, so anyhow, I got my gas and I left. By evening, the Commerce Ministry has released the new gas price. So the new gas price now, the standing gas price, Moses, is $875 per gallon in Liberian dollars,
Hmm.
which is $5.66 per gallon. So the guys on the street will sell for maybe 900 to 925 or 950, which could be anywhere around $6 and change or almost $7. So how do you think this impact the situation? I said to you that there are two group of people in Liberia. There's no class. Don't call here upper class, middle class, and lower class. It's just the people who got money and the
They
people who
have and they
got
have
no
not.
income. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
they have
but
and
I
they
don't.
have not. Hmm.
Yeah, but I don't even say have and have now. I just say the people who got no income. So if a person has no income, and
Yeah.
the thousands and thousands and thousands of Liberians walking these streets, confused, counting light poles. You remember the statement?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
have no income because they cannot afford to take public transportation with this new hike in the gas price, of
Okay.
course, which has a ripple effect. with everything else to
everything
maintain
get
a car.
affected by that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
to maintain the car, to maintain, put
Yeah,
gas in the car.
goods and
Transportation going
services,
up.
everything. Yeah. Hmm.
And the funny thing about transportation going up,
Mm.
they do this, but they don't come back and say this should be the fare across these different,
So,
instances.
so individual drivers make their own prices, right?
I
In
mean,
terms of
people were
fare.
yeah, people were making prices since that little quick superficial gas shortage the other day. The rate at which people were pricing the distances were astronomical, unbelievable.
Hmm.
I mean, I just my pimpin' Pekin, he brought me from St. Paul to Painesville and back. I gave him $5.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, which was $750.
And
He was
and
grateful.
yeah, and that's for somebody like you who can afford. What's about the ordinary Liberian? Well, maybe it takes a week or 2 weeks before he or she can get $5 US. How is such person gonna commute from one point to another?
But yeah, here's something I wanted to point out. The
Hmm.
lady who had gone before me to get gas was not going to buy gas out of pocket. She had a $60 gas slip. So
Okay.
there are people who, yeah,
Are
yeah. What I'm
selling
saying,
gas slips.
yeah, what I'm saying. No, 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 not the matter of selling gas slip. What I'm saying, you tell me, and I'm not going to call names tonight,
Yeah.
but these
Hmm.
government officials, the folks out there, I may call names, but in what I want to say, the people in the legislature, the people at the higher ups in the
Yeah.
ministries,
The
all of these
executive,
guys,
the
people, do you
judiciary,
think
all
they
those
buy
guys.
gas out
Yeah.
of pocket? Do you think they
Oh,
buy gas out of pocket?
no, they use gas
They
slips.
drive on gas slip. So
Right.
the price doesn't matter to them.
No, you don't
The
see.
price of gasoline does not matter to those people who the government provides gas slips for. People with 900 gallons of gasoline. I don't know if it changed now since it's a new government. Yeah, during Ellen time, it was
900 gallons?
900 gallons of gasoline for the month.
Wow.
Yeah,
But where do they
during Ellen's
travel to?
time.
So if you're giving the public official now, let me use myself as a situation here, right? I work 50 minutes away from home. When I fill my tank for $40 US, it takes me more than 1 week before I refill. So on an average in a month, if you do the math, I'm spending less than $150 on gasoline. So now in Liberia, you give somebody 900 gallons just to go to work back and forth?
And honestly, where were the distances covered? To tell you the truth, and but these are the very people who will
Yeah,
leave their cars beating when they go to a place and having a meeting. They say
yeah.
that, listen, I can ride a hot car, keep the air on, keep the car beating. I mean, these boys enjoy their lives, man. Some of these guys, the enjoyment they're having, I don't even think they will enjoy. They will have that enjoyment in heaven. I'm telling you. I'm telling you the enjoyment you guys having. But the
So
point I'm making here, Moses, and I
yeah,
want you to
that's
just
that's
hear me
that's
out.
waste though.
Yeah, the
That's
point I'm
waste.
making here is that
Mhm.
the people don't feel it.
No, they
It is
don't.
easy
It,
for my
it is
winner
it is
Deeks.
it is the taxpayers that feel it.
It is easy for my winner Deeks or my wanting Deeks, if I call her name right,
Mhm.
Commerce Minister, to come up with a gas price changed and higher, and try to kind of align it with what's happening in the Ukraine and Russia. But
Yeah.
come to think about it, our gasoline is not coming from that region. Most of our gasoline coming from Nigeria, from Libya, from right here on the continent of Africa, or probably in the Middle East. We don't have gasoline coming from Europe. No one importing gasoline coming from Europe. If it's true, I can be, disproved here tonight. But when Liberia was burning itself, when Liberians were dying and killing themselves, the Ukraine did not tweak its economy to go on par with us. So if you had all this gasoline in the refinery, why now in this tough time you just go up and put gasoline price up, and knowing how painful it is for the downtrodden masses, the very poor people again, like I said, who have no income, but yet have to commute from point A to B. But
Mhm.
Mawani Dix doesn't care because she gets, fuel, gasoline, slips, and every other government official who is at the echelon of wherever they serve have that privilege. So they don't care. It is easy for them to go behind the scene and come up with a price and then throw it out here. So the problem here is the people don't really care about the people.
No, they
They
don't.
don't care about the people.
They don't. They don't.
You understand me?
You know.
And
I
and
mean,
and, and it,
in
it's
terms of
sad.
priorities, and that's the saddest thing about our situation. The
It
guys
did the
look the
same thing
other
with
way.
the COVID.
Yeah.
COVID has seized. We don't even yet COVID talk like that, but yet
Yeah. People
say,
still
oh, we
doing it.
can't get anything in the country because of COVID.
Oh wow.
The state charging $75. I did a COVID test in the US. I didn't pay a dime, not a dime. But in Liberia, you pay 75 in and 75 out.
So that's hundred and
I did
fifty
a
dollars.
COVID test. I did
Mm-hmm.
a COVID, and for those of us who's traveling, let me make this clear quick. You do a COVID test
Hmm.
when you leave America. The potential you could pay for it at the time, but now people are not really paying for COVID tests. When you come back in the US, there's no requirement that you be tested.
Once
There's no
within that
requirement.
24 hours period,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there's no requirement.
Yeah.
But you come here, you pay $75. You're leaving, you pay $75. And it's a money making scheme for this government. They have not ever, ever, ever put out how much COVID money they've raised since COVID. Because if you look at it, it's income generated by the government, and whether it goes to infill and it goes to the Ministry of Health, it still has to be
It has to
accountable,
be. Yeah.
yeah,
It has to
for
be.
detail,
Mhm.
very clearly, succinct, and it should be a part of the national budget.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
know.
But it's
So
my
that's what
understanding
we have
that
with this gasoline.
yeah, it is my understanding that the Minister of Health says that that money is used to manage the COVID program in Liberia. So
Yeah, but
I should
I'll just
listen.
give you an example. So I'm not even going
Yeah.
there. We just on our gasoline thing.
Hmm.
I'll
So
just throw in, where
so
we get
yeah.
all
So
this money
so
from
let
no
me let me let me
accountability.
ask you a question quickly. In the wake of the gasoline, the hike in the price of gasoline in the country, how has that affected goods and services? Say a cup of rice now. How much people paying for that?
I wouldn't lie.
You
I
won't be
don't
able
have
to
any
know. Okay.
idea. I've
Yeah.
never
Okay.
gone to the market to buy rice or anything.
Okay.
But I know it's a considerable amount.
Okay.
I believe a bag of rice probably is between $13 and $15,
Yeah.
depending on. And I'm not talking about the 100-pound bags of rice that we had. This is
Yeah.
25
Oh,
kg.
that's 25. They
Yeah,
use the 25
25 kg.
pounds now, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
25 times four,
Yeah.
you probably pay $60 for
Okay.
that rice.
Yeah.
And then the parboiled rice that is coming from the US, I believe is a little higher than that.
Okay.
Because it's not imported in the country by any major companies. It's like people who doing the business. They throw 2 to 300 bags on the container when they ship in the container, and then the rice comes here and then they sell it for a higher price. Or they do business with Liberians in the states and say, I can buy 5 bags of rice, so when it gets there, please take it to my family, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But on the
And
whole, yes,
and
gasoline will impact every other commodity.
so, do you see more people trekking now?
A lot of people track every day, um, but again, you can see the impact and the effect that
Yeah.
it has, with regards to the cost of transportation. The low pimping boys who are taking you from point A to B for 20, $30, they're now
Yeah.
charging you $60, $70, and they tell you straight up, we are impacted by the increase in gas. Um, you know, and the funny thing about it, Moses, is that you stay in traffic,
Mm-hmm.
the gas is expensive, You pour your little gas in your tank, and then
Yeah.
you're stuck in traffic for a
And yet you
prolonged
gotta
period.
keep the engine
And then you
running.
burn the
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah, you
Don't
burn
have
it.
push
Yeah.
and start, because if you have push and start, then you can't cut the car off. Then it shouldn't be automatic like me. Yeah.
Oh,
So my hands are tied.
wow.
I'm
Oh,
driving on automatic. It's a kick and start, but just imagine
yeah,
if you were
it's
driving
costly.
on,
It's
yeah.
costly. It's costly. It's costly.
So
Because
Moses,
yeah,
let's move to the next item, which is
yeah,
also a major issue. Cement over time during Charles Tiller, I believe, was about $5.50 to $6 a bag back then.
yeah,
And then the price kept changing during Ellen's time. It went up to $7, $7.50, $8, $9. It went up to $10, and then it came back down, and then it stabilized for a while. Because there were other importers bringing in cement, not just Cemenco now. People were bringing in cement. They call some Futar and all kinds of names, Star and all of that.
okay.
So the more they flooded the market with cement, the cement price came down to about $7.50, $8 the most. But then lately, the Ministry of Commerce again increased cement price. So right now, a bag of cement on a good day is $8.50, and then it goes to $9, probably maximum.
And
But the point, but the point here is that cement is as important as rice is.
oh yeah, building construction. Yeah.
Cement is as important as gasoline is. So when you raise a commodity like cement, people want to build.
Yeah.
People want to
Construction get
improve.
affected negatively.
So right now, it's not scarce on the market, but it's expensive,
Yeah, but
irrespective of the number
yeah,
of importers and the cement coming in. It's
yeah,
expensive.
and quickly just to piggyback on what you said, in the wake of the hike in the price of gasoline, fuel, that also impact the cost of cement. Take for example, if you have to if a truck driver has to transport cement from Monrovia to Kakata to someone who has a little business, a petty trader, of course the price of cement is going to escalate. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So in Monrovia now, what is the average cost for a bag of cement?
That's what I just said, Moses. I said the the basic now is about $8.50.
Okay.
You may be lucky to get it for 8.40, 8.30, and those guys who selling you at that price are telling you that this is our cost price. This is where we can bear, get the bare minimum profit. So maybe they got it for 8.20 and then they sell it for 8.30, so it's 10 cents on the dollar. Or if they sell it for 8.50, then it's about 40 cents on the dollar, something like that. But the top, you can pay for it is about um, $9, and
Okay.
it depends on the locale, how
Yeah.
much it costs to bring it there. From what I know, I spoke with an importer, the guy, not importer, a retailer. The guy said that the Cemenco do not transport cement for them anymore. They used to do it, but they don't transport. You must buy 800 bags of cement
Before they can
before
transport for you.
transport. So that in itself also increased the price of cement
Yeah.
uh, when it comes out on the retail market,
Yeah.
because they have to transport from Cemenco to their depots and stuff, and so the price is astronomical
Wow.
with respect to the transportation piece. So a lot goes into it, but surprisingly, people are still stomaching it and trying
And
to build. But that's just cement. Since I'm here on a building project,
yeah,
uh, every building material is
it's
unbelievably
costly.
high, high, high. and most of them are substandards, standard rather stuff that you buy a lock and you go to install the lock, the clip can turn, is stuck, and the
So
lock
in a
will break.
situation like that, you don't take it back and get a replacement?
They will never, they'll never,
Oh,
they'll
really?
never. No, only America. In Liberia, you buy anything, once you
It
walk
is.
out
It
of the
is.
store,
It is why it is. It's final sale, right?
hmm?
It is
Yeah,
final sale. What it
oh,
sell
yeah,
you, it is
everything you
final.
buy in Liberia, everything you buy in Liberia, except where you have established a good relationship with a Lebanese or an Indian businessman, and they know that both of you
Yeah.
come, at a value,
Mm.
then probably they'll look to you to kind of like give you probably a replacement. But once you buy something here, that's it. It's on you. It's on you. Matter of fact, the mechanic spoil your car and tell you sorry.
Look,
The
man,
builder
man.
comes to build for
Look,
you.
look,
The
Volcano,
man,
you
the
telling
man
me about
tells
man.
something different.
Look, man. You
And
are
all he
giving
tells
me
you is
real
sorry.
life experience tonight. I mean, you're giving me real life experience. Honestly, because
Mhm.
what you're talking about is very difficult to wrap my head around.
But mostly
You
it's
and
been
I
like that
know.
before you even left Liberia. It's been like that.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
mean,
return things in
yeah,
Liberia.
before I
Now,
left, but
listen, there's no Walmart here. Okay?
yeah,
There is no Walmart here you can go without receipt and still get your money back, even after you've probably
yeah,
tampered with the material or the item you purchased, and you have about 90 days to return. Some places
yeah.
up to a year, right?
Mm.
In Liberia, there is no return.
So
But
then,
listen, you
in
listen,
a,
listen. Let me give you a classic example.
yeah,
I bought tiles for the floor
yeah.
in the box, and of the tile crack. You know
Wow,
what? I
no,
tested it. I went back and the guy said that the way you transport the tile.
and it was on you.
Look, yeah, but honestly, it's like you're buying pig in the bag. I can't
Yeah, you
sit there and
don't.
open every box of
No,
tile
it's not
to
possible.
take it,
It's not possible.
so
No.
you just take it in good faith. But those tiles have been broken. Look at how many places the tiles travel from.
Yeah,
Tiles are not indestructible. They're vulnerable.
yeah. They are breakable.
Yeah,
Hmm.
very, very fragile.
Hmm.
So the tile is coming from India. The time the tile goes on the high sea, bouncing with the waves in a container, most of them crack. They come to offload from the free port. They come to load it again, then bring it in the store. The store bought two vests, didn't get no tip. He slam it on the ground, you know. And then when he goes to pick it up and blow your own car, he's slamming it in there too. By the time you get to the business, to your project site, many of the tiles are broken. You go back and tell you, said, no, the tile was not broken.
And they say
But
it's
you
on
don't
you.
know the tile was broken. I don't know. The box was closed.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
not possible
you know.
if you
But
buy, let's say you buy about 20 boxes of tire, you don't have the time to literally go through those tires one at a time to know whether they
mhm,
are
mhm,
good or bad. You're just
mhm,
taking cases of boxes. I mean, you're just
yeah.
taking cases of tire. You know, that's what you're
I said
doing.
everything you buy here is substandard. You buy the commode, the whatever, and you put it in, and they give you all of the components, and you come to install it. Some of
Yeah,
them don't fit. I mean, listen, everything here is at the mercy, or I would say at the loss, not the
yeah. It's
mercy,
at
but
the
the loss.
disadvantage
Yeah, it's
of
at
the
the
buyer.
loss of the buyer. Everything in this country is at the loss of the buyer. And be honest with you.
So
And
then,
the most price tag here, the greatest insurance here, the insurance policy of Liberia is
yeah,
sorry, sorry, sorry. That's the greatest insurance policy here. Even
everything
your
is
own
sorry.
insurance, I'm telling you, Moses, you need to come to this place.
I need to.
Even your own insurance you put on the car, they force you to put insurance on the car. The insurance
Yeah,
don't do nothing for you.
no coverage.
You listen to me. Listen to me. The insurance, when you go to put a car on the road, they
Yeah.
force you to put insurance on it. You register the car. You got to show proof of insurance. So you go and pay for insurance. But when something happened to you, insurance does nothing for you. Barely nothing.
So, when you go to purchase insurance, what do they tell you?
Oh yeah, you
Are
buy
are
insurance.
they are
You
they
may buy
telling you that
liability. You may
okay?
buy liability. You may buy full coverage, but you buy
So if you
insurance.
if you pay for comprehensive, which we call full coverage, when an accident occurs, you still don't reap anything.
Very seldom, very
Wow.
very seldom, very seldom that an insurance company will do something.
But
I'll tell you something. Let me give you an example. What happened
yeah,
here? I had a car that I took from a friend
yeah,
that I was using,
yeah.
parked here in the fence. This drunken driver comes from City Hall up the hill. Drives comes. I don't know what happened. What didn't happen? This guy did a 360-degree spin, ran into the fence, slammed into the fence, broke the fence down, and damaged the guy's car I was using, and
Oh,
damaged other cars.
oh man.
Day breaks. The car owner comes. The car owner say he will pay for the fence. He will do this, but he blasted on the driver. So then I said, well, how about my car that just spoiled
Well,
that
yeah.
I
What's
can't
about
drive?
my car?
You know, I got to get around.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, you know what? And let the police come, we'll talk. So the police came. And the police came. He took the driver, he carried him to Central that night. They were to Central. The next day they came and we mango, I was saying Liberia. So
Mm-hmm.
he said, okay, I'll borrow you my other car that in the
Borrowed
traffic.
me.
But I can't, yeah, but I think you can't take my car for long, only for a few days or so. We can put your car in the shop. Then the guy who was going to do the work, the guy told him, say, the car owner said, you
Yeah.
can't carry my car to your mechanic. I want my car to go to the
Yeah.
mechanic
Yeah.
that I
And you
carry
have
my car to.
and the person has the right to
Yeah,
decide. Yeah.
yeah. So he
Mm-hmm.
said, no, he want to go to the other side. So the man said, no, it's not happening. So the guy on the mechanic said, I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and I wouldn't get to this car until XYZ. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
the man jumped in the air. He wanted to turn upside down. So then my car got to be running traffic. I'm facing the one, I'm doing the one. So the man said, all right, you know what? Wait, let your insurance pay for it. He said, but I got insurance on the car. So the man said, well, then that crime you committed already.
You
You
committed
running
a crime. Yeah.
transportation, but
Mm-hmm.
you got no insurance. So I'm just giving you this kind of example. And then when you go to Central, it's just to run around. It's just to run around. The insurance company barely does anything for you in Liberia. Barely does anything for you. You have to be probably a magician or somebody in a higher position or something. But I'm telling you, the most insurance policy in Liberia is sorry. For anything somebody does to you, the guy can come and hit you in the back, breaks your tail light, and come down and act like he confused and just say, "Hey, Papa, I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, I'm mean. Oh. Hey, sorry. Oh. Sorry. Oh." Then when you listen to the phone, then when you say that sorry face my sonny, then the pastor will tell you, "Oh, element tell you sorry. Element tell you sorry. What element tell you sorry? Then what you
You
want
said
the
my
man to do?
man, you said my man telling you sorry there. What you
Yeah,
talking again, Papi?
yeah. You see, so that what we're going through.
Wow. This is serious,
It's
but it is
serious.
also laughable. I mean, can you imagine, Volcano? Like the situation you're talking about, this vehicle. Your vehicle is parked. You're not running traffic. Your vehicle is parked. Somebody came from somewhere, ran to your vehicle, and now they want you to take responsibility for your vehicle. Can you imagine that?
And that's why this segment we're doing now is called On the Grounds Issues.
Absolutely. And,
These
and,
are the
and
issues on the
this is
grounds.
very informative
Yeah.
because there are a lot of people, on this program tonight, like myself, who have not experienced this. When you tell them, they say, no, Volcano, you're not saying the truth. Because it's difficult to wrap their heads around this kind of situation. It's like I waking up in the morning and I see my vehicle, somebody running to it. Then the person is saying, oh, well, Moses is on you. Are you out of your mind?
But the mental sorry, so what you do about it? Then the other thing they can say, but there's no other word behind sorry. Oh. There's no
Oh,
other way I can apologize. And I
yeah.
tell you sorry, so I don't know
You
what
said,
you
man, I
do
didn't
now.
tell you
Sorry.
sorry now.
Yeah,
You don't
so
want it
it's
now, you
sorry,
must do
sorry,
anything.
sorry.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, that's the biggest insurance policy in Liberia. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry.
No man, yeah. I beg you, yeah. If they
What?
tell you that one, soon then you say, my man, when I face it, everybody will come. Where else? You the man I tell you sorry. There you want from the man again. you know. So that's for you, the gas price, the cement, building
Yeah.
material, all of these things, they are off the chain. I
Yeah.
mean, tiles, $22 a box for 4 pieces of tile, $22. You bag your kind to $18. They got the different grades.
Yeah.
You know,
And you're talking about
commode.
US dollars, right?
But my man, the people speak US. The people say US. They don't call Liberian dollars. Yeah, the people speak US. So a commode on the average, a commode could be about $50, $55, but that's just the very lowest end.
Yeah, the low
Then it
grade,
goes
yeah.
up, it goes up
Yeah.
to almost $1,000, depending on the type of commode and
Commode.
where you're going to buy from. So the top dogs in Liberia, like the Home Depot we have in the US,
Yeah.
you can buy some stuff in Home Depot that are a little higher quality than you'll find in Walmart, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Because Home Depot is strictly for building
Yeah, straight there
material.
for that, yeah.
But Walmart will also sell some things that are building material quality, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't come close to Home Depot.
Wow,
So
you
you
get
have
from Home
you
Depot, yeah.
have the city builders here. They are like the top dogs,
Almost
city
like Home
builder.
Depot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So they sell high end stuff uh,
Okay.
as they claim. Then you have Eagle Electrical. Then you have Rahul. Is another bunch of brothers who are doing stuff.
So it's like
SETI,
most of
of
these
course,
businesses are
Getty,
owned by Lebanese, right?
and Indians.
Okay.
And Indians. So
Okay.
those are the folks that are, importing stuff here in the country, and they're throwing their own, prices. And the guys will tell you straight up. I was just there day before yesterday, and the guy said last night they raised the price of steel. But who doing
Yeah.
steel?
Yeah.
Who's doing steel? It's SETI brethren doing steel. So if my
Yeah. They
man,
themselves raise the prices.
you
They
see the
raise the
size of this
prices.
finger, the size of this finger was
Yeah.
what we consider the 5/8.
Okay.
Size of this finger right here at my knuckle
Yeah.
was the thickness of the 5/8 steel that you use for pillows and stuff and
Yeah.
iron bar. Today it is my pinky finger. That's the 5/8 now.
Yeah.
They've reduced the size of the steel rod immensely that a 5/8 is no longer the actual 5/8.
5-8.
You're going to find a 5/8 steel rod, be ready to pay almost $25 for one steel rod. $25 for one steel rod if you find the original 5/8. So the ones now that on the market is about $16, $17 for my pinky finger for
Yeah.
one. Just the other day, those steel rods were around 11, 12 max. So these guys just carry the prices up and they say the government. But I'm confused. I'm confused.
But from what you see, it
Who's doing the
seems yeah,
inspections? Who's checking? Who's making sure? Does the inspector go there and they say, my man, and yeah, let things just carry on and the
I,
Liberian people suffer?
I
You
want to
know?
surmise. I want to surmise that's what is happening.
Yeah.
Our people are looking the other way because, like some of these things that you're talking about, volcano, that really, if these problems are not being addressed, then that defeat the purpose of the Ministry of Commerce and other institutions of government because these people should not only be about generating taxes, they should also be protecting what? Customers,
Taxpayers. Yeah.
the
Taxpayers.
taxpayers,
Yeah.
protecting the taxpayers, protecting the customers. That when you make a purchase, you should have that right within a specified period of time that, hey, this cup of coffee that I got from you, when I took it, it was terrible. And I should have the right to for replacement. But you tell me everything is final. It's
Yeah,
final.
it's,
It's
it's
final.
fine. It's fine.
Then where is government? Where is government? Where's the
Government
role
is
of the
here.
government?
Government is here, but government is only focused on its interest.
I
That's the
mean,
absolute truth.
it's all about people generating taxes.
Government is focused on its interest.
Mhm.
You know. So I mean, just and this is just the truth. And I'm sharing these information here because I'm here in this firsthand.
Yeah.
Um, because I want people who overseas in the diaspora contemplating on doing building projects and stuff to begin to have an open mind and how they're going to approach this. Because the price today is not the price tomorrow. The
Yeah.
price tomorrow is not the price day after tomorrow. Everything continue to change. Nothing is stable
At the
here.
twink of
And
an eye.
yeah, and you don't have price stability here. You don't.
And what you are doing, Volcano, you have educated a lot of people who are abroad at the same time doing construction back home. Because take for example, if I'm doing construction and you my man on the ground, and you say, well, Moses, I need $100 to buy full steel rod. I send you the $100, then you call back, you say, oh my man, it's $150 now. I start becoming what suspicious. But honestly, you're telling me the truth because the prices are not stable. So you are educating people a lot
These
tonight.
things happen
Okay?
overnight. I mean, when I walk in these stores, I have good conversation with these folks.
Yeah.
I don't go telling them, I do
Yeah.
this, I'm a journalist, or
Yeah,
I,
you
I
just have a
have a
conversation with them.
podcast,
Yeah.
because people get kind of nervous when you
Yeah, when they
go,
hear you,
yeah,
yeah.
go as a consumer myself, because I'm going to go do business with them, and
You
I
sit
ask
and
these
talk to them.
questions, and because they're confident we're having a conversation, and they spill it out. They say, listen, your government is the reason why these things are happening.
Okay.
They're very business people are very honest about how much harassment they receive by government.
That's
And
true.
when I use the word government, it's not the president.
No,
You
the
know,
individuals.
it's
The
the people,
individuals, yeah.
the field agents that are put out there. But of course, those field agents are also working for the ministers.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Of course, they
I
represent.
knew one minister who said, "Jam my 3 level man, I'm all right." I knew a minister who said that. He said, "I got my 3 level man, I'm all right."
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I got my 3 level man, I'm all right. I
So
got my five Indian men, I'm all right.
yeah, instead of working for Liberia,
Yeah, they're working
he's
for
actually protecting the interests of those Lebanese people
well,
because they
well,
are
it's not.
putting bribes in his pocket.
I wouldn't even say they're protecting the interests of the Lebanese. I'll say they're concerned about the pockets.
Yeah, the pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, so the honest truth here is these things are happening. Prices continue to fluctuate,
Hmm.
and fluctuating at the detriment of the low income population of Liberia. You understand me? This is serious, serious problem. You enter this country, the people are charging for everything like they're in America.
Hmm.
$100 is zero in Liberia now. $100 zero. Of just doing random price checking. The most interesting thing here, for all that it costs for alcohol, people still drink.
Okay.
For all that it costs for alcohol, stout $280, beer $450, and all of this. By the time you add those things up, you've drunk almost $150 for the night.
Yeah. Hmm.
You understand me? And you stay sober, because somebody did not the what they call the potency of
Yeah.
some of the alcohol.
Yeah.
They
Not
don't do it
there
right.
like that.
They
And
do it.
then,
They do you to drink more, so they don't put a lot of the it factor in it. They produce right here in Liberia. The old 82 I don't know you know about it.
yeah,
82
no, 80 yes,
yeah.
Guinness Stout.
The old 82 that the one that they used to make when we were beginning growing up. That's the 82 the guy, The
It
82
doesn't.
the guy, you gotta drink 10 bottles before you even start snapping your finger. So multiply 280 by 10. By the
10.
time you go your mind, you go home, nothing for the family to eat, but the
Wow.
people drink.
Yeah.
I mean, the entertainment centers are one after another, one after another, one after another, all over the place. It's just
So
one by
alcohol, the
one.
consumption of alcohol has become a culture. Did you hear me?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah, I say
process it.
alcohol consumption
It,
has
it's
become a culture
it's
in
a
the
way of
country.
life.
Yeah, a way of life.
Yeah, yeah,
It's so common.
absolutely.
It's all over the place. And then when you have that happening, the implication is that the young people, what happens to them?
Of
Because
course,
human behaviors are learned.
yeah. But
If
the young
yeah,
people,
the
most of the young
future of the
people
young
run their
people,
own
yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
Most of the young people run their own lives. Most of the young people are responsible for themselves. So is what it is. And
Okay.
there's no ID checking all of that. Nobody
Okay.
checking ID, you know. And interestingly, all of these
There's no
mainstream
age requirement for the purchase of alcohol.
bosses, man, who checks ID? Which kid has ID to go out there and say they're going to buy beer? The man saying to buy beer, a pa saying to buy beer and bring it home. Yeah,
He said, Jumbo, go get my beer. Yeah.
yeah, go get my beer, man. Bring the beer. Baby get drunk and go to bed. you know, but those things are not done here. They're not done here. Nobody really
Nobody
implement
cares.
anything.
Okay.
You know it. So we are at 7:57.
Mm-hmm.
If you just join us, this is the Issues Room. The Issues Room is the alternative social media platform trending uh, in the diaspora, particularly the Black diaspora. Uh, we also are from Africa, Liberia, and we cover events trending again all over the world. It doesn't matter. Um, we broadcast Tuesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and midnight outside of America in the Greenwich uh, time zone. I'm in Liberia broadcasting live. It's in the morning. It's Wednesday Decoration Day. We're prepping for the decoration event where we're going to be going to the cemeteries around the country to memorialize and clean the graves of our loved ones. It's an opportunity for us to meet those friends and family members we have not seen in years, and just get to hug and
Yeah.
catch up. So there will be a lot of good, good uh, crying tomorrow, but also laughter and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so if you don't remember Decoration Day, we want to share with you that today is Decoration Day already since we passed midnight here in Monrovia. We want to encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to spread the word of the Issues Room. In the Issues Room, we discuss the things that matter. We see Thomas Awaji. We say good evening, welcome. Florence Kinsley. Namiento Nino Brown. It's good to have you here in the house with us tonight. Gabriel Daniels, thanks for coming in. Kandakai Masale, Joetta Johnson, Deda Kamo, Ella Hook. Ella, how's everything going over there in Atlanta? Welcome to the show. Seva Karate, it's good to have you here. Cole Gloria Voka Molba, you've been away for a while. Good to have you back. Declan D. Baker, uh, our own media sister, welcome to the show. Martin William Brown, um, Koli Katakor, thank you for coming in. Washington Fofana, Vera Horace, it's good to have you. Zondo Isunyi, it's good to have you. Successful Miner, thank you for coming through. Wu Ken Frank, my man, good evening, welcome. Samuel Abu, the Alja president. Uh, Let me take it back. The Alja
Yeah.
Delva president. Before I
President. Yeah.
forget,
Mhm.
intro
He's
Jones.
president. Hmm.
Eh?
I say he's president. He's
Yeah,
local
yeah,
president. Hmm.
yeah. It's for the chapter.
Yeah.
Um, say thanks so much, you guys, for coming through tonight with us. So Moses, the next segment before we open the lines, we'll start a conversation and then momentarily open the line. It's
Yeah.
the new bank note.
Hmm.
We know that the Liberian government printed $4 billion. They
Yeah.
said it will infuse that money in the
Hmm.
economy during the season. My brother, as I speak to you, we can see the money.
They
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 just
they made
put
they,
small on the market, just a
yeah,
teaser.
in December the
Welcome,
mayor
Jeremy.
they
Go
made
ahead.
a initial, they made an introduction. Started off with $100 bills that was infused, and it is also my understanding that in October of this year there will also be another introduction of other segments of the bills.
Okay.
And when the bills were introduced, the primary reason for that was to minimize the liquidity problem in the country. Getting the mutilated Liberian dollars of the market and
Okay.
making sure that the market had enough Liberian dollars for smooth transaction. But again, like you said, Volcano, instead of eliminating the problem for which the bills were printed, I think the situation has gotten out of control. You want to elaborate?
Okay, the ratty money here plenty. I'm sorry, my wallet is not closer to me. I will have shown you how mutilated the monies are that's circulating. So the $100 bill that they were bragging about, the
Yeah.
new money,
Hmm.
it's scarce. It isn't much. So they just put a little bit and kept the rest. Is it campaign money? I have no idea. The people that say, don't quote me on that. But for the fact here is that there isn't much of the new $100 banknote on the
And,
market.
and so, what you're talking about, you're just talking about Monrovia. So, what's about the people in Lofa,
Yeah,
Maryland, other places?
yeah. So I mean that's the situation. I'm gonna post the number now, the number to call.
Mhm.
Please listen to me. Call via WhatsApp. Um, so if you're gonna call through WhatsApp. 404-272-2808. Again, call through WhatsApp because we're overseas and we can only receive call through WhatsApp. So please take note if you're going to call. So Moses, that's the problem.
Yeah, and the question I wanted to ask you is that in the wake of this problem, all the mutilated Liberian dollars here and there, the ordinary business people, are they refusing the money?
Oh yeah, some places where the money is ripped big
Yeah.
time,
Mhm.
but Liberians are good for refusing money, and they're the ones that can spoil money, especially market women. You can give
Yeah.
a market woman a brand new money, she just roll up, tie in her lap, and when she tie, my man, by the time she open it, it's here,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know. So
Yeah.
yeah, so the money when it's really bad, people don't
Hmm.
take it. Just the other day, the man handed me some monies. I changed, and I walked across the road to pay the coconut ball. 'Cause I want to, drink my little coconut water. These are the things that when we
Yeah.
come home, we look forward to.
Yeah.
It's nutritious. It's good for
Hmm.
the body. I had a man the money, man. Say, ain't want the money. I said, you saw me right here. I asked you more for coconut. You know what for one coconut?
No.
Oh, okay. One coconut is $80. They got
The
from
one the man
60.
just go climb the
I,
tree, pick it,
yeah,
and bring it
they got
down.
from 60, 70 to 80.
Wow.
And the men know when they take that color and they not the coconut bud, they know what type of coconut is it, whether that is soft one, whether that just water, whether that is hard one. So you tell the man just pick up a coconut, you shake it, and they do
He knows.
more for you. And he called the price. So I changed the money right there.
Yeah.
You saw me go across the road, change the money, came to him, and I
Yeah.
handed
Get
him the
rid
money
of
and said,
him.
Not good. You can't
And
take
then
the
what
money.
did you do?
I changed the other one. I gave it to him. I went back to the money changer guy.
Yeah.
I said,
It's
my
a
man, I just changed money. The man said, my man, I'll give you that writing money.
Tell me something, Volcano.
The man said, give me writing money. I said, my man, don't bring that nonsense to me now because you're gonna really, really piss me off,
My man knows the
especially in the
situation
morning.
is so
I said, I
interesting,
just
man.
give it to you. I walked to you, gave you my $20,
And
fresh,
the man
brand
just
new.
exchange your money,
Never
oh.
touched anything. I handed to you, clean money. You give me writing money. I walk across the road. Coconut
Go
man say,
back,
you
go there,
know,
and say, mommy, I'll
yeah,
give
come
you
back
that
and telling
money.
me, say, I cheat money from you. I'm making the money, man. Before he other man say, I'm making a big brother money. That is ginger.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you at the mercy, man. You at the mercy, Moses. The thing is not no joke. It's not joke. Liberia has changed for the worse, not for the
But yeah,
best,
for the
for the
words
worse.
hmm
Especially the generation of young people. No respect, no regards. Very seldom you'll find a little boy who has a decent upbringing and it boils down to his family, value. But a lot of the children are men before their time. They're pimping boys, they're riding, they feel now that they can put a little money in their pocket, they got a little girlfriend. I was in a conversation just this evening, and I said, these are the young people we're about to leave our country with. But let's say, for instance, the young man who's riding motorbike now at the age of 19,
Yeah. What is his
who has
future?
seen it now as his way of life.
Yeah.
His dream now is to buy one motorbike after another. And this is all he does.
That
He
yeah.
has no time to read a book, to listen to the news, to listen to radio, because he gets
No.
up 6 o'clock in the morning. He wants to grab the early passengers, and he goes to bed by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock because he wants the late night passengers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just recycling
Yeah, the
his
man
life.
fixated on that. That
But
is
10
living.
years after that, he's 31. Moses, Volcano, our age group, gone.
We completely out of the picture.
So these are the folks that are going to inherit this country.
It's sad.
What is the preparation? What government is doing about these young people?
Nobody
Why don't you
cares.
just stop all this motorbike from coming out so that you can have some of these young people don't take this now to be a way of life and
The
start
Mon-
creating programs, to help them become developed to inherit this nation tomorrow. Let me put this out thing you coming quick.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're these guys who making the laws. When they are gone, the investments are here. The children going to inherit those investments. But will the children be able to enjoy
Of
when
course
you
not.
have 2.5 million young disadvantaged youth in the
Youth,
country?
yeah. No.
Eh?
No.
It's not possible. The girl is sitting on the motorbike. The girl is sitting on the motorbike. Between she and the driver or the rider, her bag is there. She's stuck there. The man coming from the other side fighting the guy to get back to carry her. That's how
Criminal.
bad it is. Even the motorbike riders who are riding, they're riding and watching people who are on other bikes, and they're
Wow.
coming after you. You on your cell phone holding it to your ear, say, but man, my phone ring. What's this Sandy calling me? I'm not answering if I'm on a bike or
Wow.
if I'm in a public space where I feel I'm threatened.
Threatening. Yeah.
I'm not answering. When I get to a safe place, I'll call you back. But that's how
So
bad it is. And this
wow,
is
but
not made up. This is not to say the bad things of Liberia. This is not to say, oh, the
I
country.
mean
No, these
you
are the
just
facts.
you are basically reporting the happiness of the day. This is not your creation. You're just telling the stories as they are.
There's a picture that was shown to me today. Three guys attacked the girl and cut her finger for her phone, her
Oh
iPhone
my
13
God.
phone. The Indian guy I went to buy some tires from, he showed me that picture. And the
Oh
guy was
man.
asking me, he said, how long do you stay out at night? I said, I don't stay out late. I said, I gotta be. I said, even in America, I don't stay out late to say from work I
Yeah,
go home.
yeah. Where am I looking for
Where
in
do
the
I have to go in Monrovia? But the guy was sharing with me how bad the place is now.
this bring me to the question of law enforcement. How is law enforcement in Liberia?
Law
Because if people
enforcement,
are becoming so lawless,
well, I mean,
yeah.
listen, you've seen all of the things that taking place over and over. You read the dailies every day.
Mhm.
Right now in our chat room, the our just chat room. Thank
Yeah,
goodness for the guys who throw in all of the different newspapers in there, and you see
yeah.
what's trending every day. Law enforcement is here. They're around. Um, but how much are they handling the situation? It has to be in the favor of
Mhm.
probably the big man. It is easier for law enforcement to act in the interest of the big man. And let me just put this quickly as we run out of time. Yesterday,
Yeah,
I was listening to a broadcast from a radio station called Voice of Liberia.
yeah.
The guy is called Sekou Sharif, a journalist.
Mhm.
So what he was doing, going to the different ministries to see if whether uh, ministers go to work on time. He ends up here at the foreign ministry in Monrovia,
Hmm.
goes to the foreign ministry, and he's being denied entry into the foreign ministry compound.
Why?
And this is business hour. The security guy say he's coming in. What was the word that he used? Unauthorized. And so the guy said, "Well,
Public
this is a
facility is
public
the Ministry of
facility.
Foreign
Not only
Affairs
that,
not a
I am
public
a
building?
journalist. You
Hmm.
see my gadgets. I'm broadcasting live, and I'm covering different ministries to see who are coming to work and on time, because this has to stop. By this time, it's 9:15 when I'm listening to the radio and it's live, and
Yeah,
they're going back and forth. Then he said the guy is not wearing masks. The guy says it's no big deal.
I can
If
get
if
a
if,
max.
if, if wearing mask matters, then I'll
I
reach
will
in my
get it.
pocket and put mask on. They grabbed the man's gadget and they confiscated the gadget.
Oh, and then what
So when the
happened
guy
next?
said, so when the guy said, "Oh, meaning the secret sheriff guy said,
Yeah,
oh, are you trying to assault me?" He said, "No, I'm not assaulting you." The guy said, "But once you take my equipment from me forcibly,
yeah,
that's a
physical
form of
assault.
assault."
Yeah. Hmm.
And the guy said, "I will press charges." I don't see Maxwell Kimaya car here. He's not here by this time to work. I don't see all these other guys. The
And
guy
that
said, "But
time
I
we're
want
talking
them."
about what time was that?
I said 9:15.
Oh, 9:15. Okay.
Yes. But he
9:15.
said that he went to other ministries where the ministers were already there.
Oh, okay. Good.
So the point here is that when you ask about security, and I said that security acts when it's for the
Yeah.
big people
Yeah.
and they don't act when it's for the small people.
Okay.
That's the question.
Okay.
When it has
I
to
get
do with
it.
the big people, then security
Yeah,
acts. And
security
you see
gets
it all the
involved. Yeah.
time. You see it all the time how they rush on people, how they do stuff to people, all because they're trying to gain favor with a big person
Okay.
compared to when they're supposed to do the job across the board with no, favor. Because in the construct of a police force, you have to serve to protect, you know, citizens, and it doesn't matter the citizen leverage in society. Everyone should enjoy that stuff.
So security
So
comes in when there's name recognition.
obviously, you see it
Okay.
all the time. Wasn't there name recognition when the EPS boss said, "Hey, bodyguard and do
Yeah.
the woman trouser," if
Yeah.
that was the case, right?
And
Or
and
if they
and
acted on their own,
mhm.
however, but if they acted on their own, they were trying to gain favor with the boss, right? I'm talking
And
about the case in Smell No Taste around the
mhm.
airport.
Mhm. And since that incident, wow, we heard nothing.
So I'm just giving you an example where the security act
So so the
in favor
culture
of the
so
people.
so the culture of impunity in Liberia has reinforced negative behavior. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because
Mhm.
no one gets punished, no one gets prosecuted for crimes committed, and people just go on doing whatever that pleases them because no one seems to be in control. That's my reading into it,
Mhm. I mean,
as a behavior specialist.
everything is difficult. Today the traffic was horrible both ways. I just couldn't videotape because I was driving myself. But
Yeah.
had I had the opportunity, I would have shown you some of the stuff here.
If I
Um,
talk about the
uh,
traffic a little bit, Volcano, help educate our people a bit on traffic a little bit.
but the traffic is not going to go anywhere. It's not going anywhere because right now most of the roads are being developed.
Okay.
In terms of reasons why the traffic is horrible. The traffic of Monrovia and its environs is going to get worse. It's going to get worse even with the two lanes, I mean the four lanes
Mhm.
that the government is working on from the red light to ELW junction. What is the problem here with our traffic has nothing to do with the cars. It has everything to do with the marketers and the pedestrians who don't follow the traffic safety
Mhm.
regulations. People come on the main street to sell up to the sidewalk. So pedestrians now are forced to walk on the asphalt
Yeah, but
and also have to deal with pimping and motorbike. So all of that congestion. But then you find a police officer badly dressed. He has no regards because I mean no one has regards for him because he's not properly attired. He doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have a platoon.
no
Man, just
support.
let him hustle and get a little susu money
Yeah,
for
no
the day
support.
and take care of his family. He's
No
not
support.
going to cause no trouble. He just want to collect a little thing and move on. So
Yeah.
everybody just does what they want to do. Where in the world you find people just driving, cutting into each other like spaghetti?
No.
That's how we drive here. And thank goodness I've been here for a little while
And
now.
you said this,
So
you've
I'm
been
able,
driving around there, you
yeah,
know what it
I've been
means.
coming to this country for years now. So I'm able to
Yeah.
drive here. But we drive here like spaghetti.
Wow.
That's how you see spaghetti intermingle or intertwine. I mean, this is how the traffic goes. Just like people dancing the samba.
And
I'm
and
telling you,
and
Moses,
and and, and
this is
driving
serious
like
stuff.
that, Volcano, driving like that for somebody who just come into the country, who wants to adhere to the traffic rules and regulation or the traffic laws,
Hmm.
that person run the risk of being hit quickly because you may see the light, red, and you say, "Well, I need to stop because I'm not allowed to go through." And the other guy's coming from behind you saying that, "Hey, you have to go, you have to go." It makes it real difficult navigating the system.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
let me just turn here quickly. I see Seattle Townsend and Thomas Awaji. Seattle is saying that what did you just say here? The discussion. Um, Let me grab that little part. She says it's a nice show, but it gets kind of boring. No offense, and I'm sure it'll get better. Well, Seattle, sometimes it's not about what we want
yeah, we
people to
just said
hear.
it. Hmm.
Sometimes we talk about the reality, of the day. And the
Yeah,
issues room did not pay thousands of dollars to come to Liberia to give you an impression or to polish or to make people feel better about Liberia. I feel better about Liberia. That's why I'm here. I feel better if we can do better as a
yeah.
society, as a country. And
Mhm.
it's part of our responsibilities to hold these kinds of conversations to wake the people conscience up because they think it's normal. They think
Oh
it's
yeah,
normal
yeah,
for
yeah.
people
That's
to
what they
drive like
do.
spaghettis,
Mm-hmm.
all right? For people to intertwine in the traffic and weaving and trying to move about when there's traffic rule. When there's traffic rule. You tell me, Moses, the police guy is standing in the middle of the intersection. He's directing traffic. He's telling this car to go left, he's telling this car to go right, and he's telling this car to go straight, he's telling this car to come horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, already hit my mic. To
Yeah,
come horizontally. Why he's trying to do that? A Pepe car, 2, 3, just come, what?
and
What?
run through.
Yes. But if this car is coming through now, what happens? It's a
Motor
collision.
accident right there. An
You see?
accident right there.
And this is the situation that takes place, and people think that let me take this caller quick.
Mm-hmm.
The caller is calling from the U.S. 717 is the code, but 2909. Your name and where you're calling from. Oh, good evening, James. How you doing over there?
He sounds very low.
Mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah. And all over. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were on the street, but they were told not to come as far as Monrovia. So at least they were in the leeward areas and in the outskirts suburb of Monrovia and its environs, but they were not coming in the city. But right now, as I speak with you, it's bad. Moses, can you hear the caller?
No,
Oh wow, I don't know why. But
I'm
James,
not,
sorry man, I thought the folks were hearing you. I don't know why.
I'm not hearing
Um,
you.
anyway, it's sad, but yeah. Thank you. I I, I truly don't know why, but
Yeah, I don't
sorry,
know.
sorry, listeners. He was just sharing his own experience regarding uh the the driving situation and the
In
congestion.
Monrovia?
But again, as I was saying, it's not going to go away because the population is not decreasing. The population is increasing. And every time I look around Monrovia, and I'm going to bring you some, the issues we're going to come up with some of the roads project. I noticed that between the red light and police academy, uh, they're working on the roads. I believe what I saw from a silhouette today, they're already putting the coal tar or the asphalt on between that section. But from Dupo Road to ELW Junction, they're still working with it. My fear is that the rainy season is here. Since I've been here, it's rained 3 times.
Yeah,
Uh, so it looks like it's going to be an early rain this year. So again, uh, I'm sure this segment of the project might end up stopping until probably into October, November, December before they will resume work. But for the most part, the RIA highway, nothing much has been done. I believe that they were doing everything to get this ERW red light corridor done. And I want to applaud President Weah for the effort. I'll be honest with you. I was born right on GSA Road, so I know that road to have been a two lane for all my life. And I always ask the question from the time that I knew myself as a young man, just the end of President Tobo's era into President Dole, I always asked myself why from ERW Junction to the red light we didn't have four lane that would connect the boulevard.
wow.
So yeah, meaning the Tubman Boulevard.
Hmm.
Uh, so again, I want to say thank you, President Weah, for the effort, um, and it's long overdue for just this project. So let's hope we can get this project done. Don't drag it because it's not going to help you in 2023. Do it now, rather than drag it. The people need a road
And wait for
because
2023 before you
if
start,
you,
eh?
if you if you see around LBS, your alma mater, and I use the word
Yeah,
alma mater,
and
it's horrible.
you
It's
were saying
horrible.
that said the situation around LBS is so terrible, man.
It's horrible. It's
Wow.
horrible at LBS. My man, I was coming through last
The
night.
national broadcaster?
You can't find it. You better can see ELBC. You gotta find ELBC. The
Wow.
marketers are everywhere. The trash, the dirt. This is no secret. If somebody wants to challenge me, I'll take all the pictures in the world and post them tomorrow. It's no secret.
So then,
It's
eh,
part of the
eh,
road project, but it's also part of the congestion. It's also part of the people continued refusal
But look,
to follow regulations.
Volcano, this is a problem that I have. I don't think we should continue to blame these people. The essence of a government, the essence of a leadership is to what? Ensure what? The rule of law, right? So if you have a city mayor in Painesville, you have the national police. These people should be working as a team because I don't think the city government of Painesville has its own police force.
So Moses, let me put this quick. Let me
Yeah.
put this quick, and
Hmm.
because we're about to wrap up, let me put this
Yeah.
quick. I told you, like in societies where people say they have the middle class, the upper class, and the lower class. In Liberia, you have the people who have income and the
And those
people
who
who
don't.
don't have income. The people who don't have income do anything for survival.
Hmm.
And part of that anything for survival is to sell, to send the children to school, market women, have educated some of the best students in Liberia. But do they conform to the laws, to the policies? The last time we had a conversation, did not put the blame on the Liberia Marketing Association.
You did.
It is the umbrella organization.
Hmm.
The PUL is the president of Liberia. If anything, the
Yeah, we put
PUL,
on the PO. Yeah.
yeah, the PUL and the government work hand in hand, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that we as journalists can gain the kind of
Do the right
recognition,
thing. Yeah.
the kind of respect, the kind of regard. So we have a lousy PUL, a disorganized, dysfunctional PUL. Of course, no journalist in Liberia will be
We pay
respected.
attention. Yeah.
Let's start beating up journalists, start pounding on them,
I
right?
mean, just being truthful.
Yeah. So it's the Liberian Marketing Association. Don't just collect the people market fee every day, put it in your big
Bank
basket and
account.
carry it,
Yeah. Hmm.
but you're not encouraging them to follow the rules and regulations
Absolutely.
as part of the city ordinance.
Hmm.
Then when the city ordinance gets to enforce these rules and regulations through physical or action, then they say the law enforcement people are bad. So
Yes.
I think it's all part of this education that must bring people together to
Education.
understand the
Yeah.
purpose. So the Painesville City Corporation has a part in the matter. The community leaders themselves have a part in the matter because most of the community leaders now are a part of making decisions within the community. And
Yeah.
then you have, of course, the police department. The
Yeah.
police department uh, would not be the central police department. For instance, if we're looking at Painesville, we're looking at Zone 5, we're looking at those zones that are within the confines of Painesville. And they all can come together. But until we clear these streets, the traffic would remain. If you ask me the question, you go to ERW Junction, my brother, you can't see nothing but human beings. The thing is a
Because
spaghetti. I'm telling you.
it
And
just
they
can't
make
work
the
like
dirt,
that.
the dirt, the city, the place is so dirty. And they're sitting in that field and selling open food, Moses. They're frying color, they're frying this, they're frying that, frying fish, and people buying, eating from that thing.
No structure. No
The
structure.
whole the whole Isaac Davis School, that beautiful Isaac Davis School,
I said,
you can't
David,
even
yeah.
see the school. They hang they will hang all the took off my brother. The playground that between the Isaac Davis School and LBS,
Yeah.
you can see nothing, man. I'm telling you.
Wow. Things are
Last night I was
volcano.
driving back to town, right? There's a Total gas station right opposite LBS.
Mm-hmm.
The people came and put all the market in the section the way for you to drive into the Total to go get gas. You can't go.
You
The people
cannot.
block the people block the whole road.
So then, what is the ownership of Total saying?
That's what that was the question
Because
I
if
asked.
I have my
Because
filling
this guy
station
kept
here,
blowing his horn.
that's a private property right there. If I
Absolutely.
if I have my filling station here, the purpose of the driveway is to allow vehicles to come in and out. So you come and block it. How do you expect me to sell my gasoline?
But you remember you know what they call it after hour? That was the after hour rush. They didn't care where to put a goose. They're trying to get rid of those after hour goose.
No.
right?
Look,
You remember when they used to go on Broad Street and sell the fish right on the Ministry of Education and waste the water right there?
yeah, hmm,
I started talking about it on the radio years ago. We're
yeah,
talking about, yeah, in the 90s.
hmm,
Bro, leave from water side,
yeah.
bring the
Bring
fish
that stuff
in
there and sell it on the
and sell
Ministry of
right there on the
Education.
Ministry of Education. And that was
Education,
the
yeah.
later
Hmm.
transportation hall where people would take car to go to Pinsville,
Yeah, they
right?
would bring that stuff
Waste the
there,
fish
yeah.
all day. So we've been talking about this cleanliness, this city ordinance, respecting the rule of law for hundreds of years. For hundreds of years. We've
Look,
contributed to this conversation
uh,
all in
uh,
the world.
Volcano, our problem is the enforcement, the issue of rule of law. The city ordinances need to be enforced. Like you said, the marketing association seems to be not functioning. Yes, I understand most of our people, have to do what they got to do to live, but that doesn't mean that they should be lawless. You just need a structure that will hold people accountable. If we say, hey, look, all businesses have to be closed at 6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock. It doesn't matter whether your kids at home have food or not. People need to be held accountable. And that is not what we have in Liberia. It seems that no one is in control. And it's like this, Volcano. Let's take this at the level of our respective families. You are dad. You want your kids to do well, but no one disciplines them, no one monitors them, no one supervises them. How are they going to do well? That's the
Yeah.
problem we have in Liberia. No one is in
Also,
control.
Moses, I
Yeah,
think that's where we're going to be ending tonight. It's
sure.
8:32. I got to get ready for the Decoration Day. We've
Yeah,
covered
let
our
me let you
broadcast
rest.
for an hour and a half. Hopefully, we'll get together on Friday.
On Friday evening.
We'll
Yeah,
interface in the coming days to determine, where we're
yeah.
going. But
Okay.
again, I will try to get some, uh,
Other
you know,
materials.
clips or so we can
Yeah,
infuse it in the broadcast so people understand the reality. I
yeah,
pray that the electricity and the internet will be good to us for these two
yeah.
broadcasts. It's been very stable and good.
Yeah, very stable. Yeah,
I'm hoping for that.
and the
But again, we want
broadcasting
to thank
going
all
well.
of you, our viewers out there and listeners. We've covered our 1.5 hour tonight. We'll continue to discuss the underground issues in Liberia. We'll look at the positives and the negatives. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter um, what the situation is. Every day, something comes up in this country. Every day, every day. Every day we got something to talk about.
Oh
Again, I
yeah,
want to thank you guys for John. Welcome. Gerald Cummings, welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. Madam Yvette Sifos, James Davis, thank you guys for coming through. Better late than never. Good conversation, Moses.
yeah.
You go rest yourself too.
Oh yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure. Enjoy, man. Be safe out there.
I will. I will.
Thank you.
So we say thanks for being there with us. Volcano Shelton here in the Issues Room with broadcast Tuesdays, Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and midnight, depending on your time zone around the world. This repeat broadcast will be on ABC 105.1 FM here in Monrovia. Um, it's the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation. We say thank you for coming through tonight. All of you wonderful folks out there in the US, all over the world. We say thank you so much. Please share the word. Share the word about the issues room. We're here to talk about the things that matter. And we just want to hopefully create the conversation around the things that will help to improve our country. This is not about a specific government. This is not about a specific president. This is not about a specific group of people. It's about Liberia. It's about the total Liberia, not just a part of Liberia. And so, no one should think here that when we have these kinds of conversations, they have to do with a particular sect. No, it has everything to do with Liberia as a country. And if these things we're saying are not truth, comment and share with us your perspective and what makes it not true. Because what we're talking about here, it's all about the facts. They're right there. Every day we see them. You don't have to come to Liberia to see what's coming out of Liberia. The social media world is right there. It show you things every day Are you going to say those things are lie when they're having, to bring you those things in full living colors? No. But that's why the issues room will come with some suggestions. And if the government and people can listen, we can improve our country. Liberia is a small place. It's not difficult to really put systems in place and hold people accountable. We just got to have the will and to help train people to understand. The mindset of people have to change, and that's what it is. That's what killing us. If people continue to say, "Oh, leave the people," give excuses, Liberia will continue to remain where it's at. And this is not why we were established as a nation. Every nation must progress, not regress. Every people must move forward, not backwards. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We'll be back here Friday, God's willing. Have a great one. Oh, and by the way, happy Decoration Day to all of you here in Liberia and in the diaspora who lost a loved one. We say, no maya.